What's up guys, Randy here. Today we're going to be talking about the Springfield Prodigy. This is a handgun, very special to me. This weapon is cleared, by the way. This is not by any means a stock Prodigy. I had this sent off to Dave Simcik at DSC GUNWORKS. He did all the work on it. The Vortex Bronze Cerakote on the slide was the finish I chose to go with. I really liked the color. And then the performance work he did was DLC coat the barrel, V8 port on the barrel, pinned grip safety right here, red dirt trigger that breaks at a very crisp 2.5, consistent 2.5 pounds, and then EGW Ignition Kit on the inside. Alright guys, yeah, this is a very freaking smooth gun. The slide action, incredibly smooth. And then again, very consistent 2.5 trigger, 2.5 pound trigger, very consistent break, very light trigger, minimal take up, hit the wall, and then just breaks. We'll be talking about the gun, top to bottom, what I like about it, what I maybe don't like about it, and then get some footage in there for you guys to see it in action, see how flat this gun shoots. Ports right here, they do a good job. They spit gas, spit fire. They do a good job at keeping the gun flat. You guys will see in the footage to come. This is one of the handguns that I shoot the most in my rotation. The gun I shoot the most is my Glock 19X, but this is right behind it. And then it pains me because I train a lot with my 19X, but every time I go to pick up this and run a drill with it, my times with this are always faster, no matter how much I'm training with my Glock. This is always faster. I can average typically about 0.18 splits consistently, depending on the distance and the target size, but if we're doing closer shots on a larger target, I can average 0.18 splits with my Glock 19X, and then occasionally get 0.15 splits, versus with this I average about 0.16 splits, and then I've gotten 0.11 splits with it before. So I train way more with my Glock, but every time I pick this up I can just run it faster and smoother than my Glock, it's way more expensive than the Glock, so it makes sense. It is a full metal frame, guys. 2011 pretty much, double stack 1911, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Fire. Alright guys, we'll start at the top, the Optic. My Optic of choice for this build was the Loophole Delta Point Pro. There's plenty of review videos on this Optic out there, so I won't go in depth too much, but this is one of my go-to optics. There's only 3 optics on the market that I fully trust at this moment, and they are the Trijicon RMR, the Aimpoint Acro, and then the Loophole Delta Point Pro. Those are only 3 that I go with personally. I run other optics on my guns, but not guns that I fully trust. Next thing, let's talk about this 5-inch bull barrel, DLC coated with the ports. This is really the heart of the gun. This is what makes it shine and what makes it shoot so flat. Dave Simcik at DSCGUNWORKS, he did a great job with this porting. You guys will see in the footage, you'll see the flames, you'll see the gasket kicked out, and then you'll see this gun is extremely flat. Next thing, we have the Surefire X300. Very durable, very proven optic. I run this on most of my guns. It's either this or a TLR1. If I'm running a sub gun, probably, like on my X Macro, I run a TLR7 sub. But Surefire X300, I would say, is my go-to full-size handgun light. Alright guys, moving down, we'll talk about this trigger. This is the red dirt trigger put in by Dave, and then he had tuned it to 2.5 pounds per my request. That's what I wanted for this gun. I think 2.5 pounds was a good breaking point for that trigger. So one thing with the stock Prodigy, I will say that I was not a big fan of, and you can see, like if you go into like a Staccato P, for example, the trigger in a Staccato P is way better than this trigger in a Springfield Prodigy stock. That was my only real gripe with the Prodigy. But for the price point of the Prodigy, It's understandable, you can't complain. It's nowhere near staccato prices, so for just the trigger to be the point that I didn't like, not a big deal. Dave did a great job with this trigger. This trigger is phenomenal. I think this trigger is better than a stock staccato piece trigger. So let's go ahead and get this on target. Goes through this trigger. Very little take up, if any take up, very little take up. And then you hit that wall, very crisp, 2.5 pound breakup. We'll do that again. Not much play and break. Very nice. The grip angle. This is the major selling point of 1911s, 2011s, whatever you want to call it. This grip angle is just such a natural grip angle, which is why it plays a big part in my times being a lot lower than my, or not a lot lower, but just a little lower than my Glock. Big thing is that grip angle. This is a very hard grip angle to beat. Springfield did an amazing job with this grip texture. This is my favorite grip texture out of any stock gun on the market. I love this. It's not super aggressive, but it's aggressive enough. If you have a proper grip and you're clamping down on this, it will not move in your hands. You can see this gun has been used a lot. You can see more so on this side. You can see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you have like my dead skin cells showing on the grip right here. This gun has been shot a lot. We're just over 8,000 rounds through this guy. I will say I had, while it was stock, I shot 2,500 rounds before I sent it off to Dave because I wanted to make sure that the gun worked. I didn't have any issues with it other than flat nose ammo. Sent it off to Dave, got it back very quick, 3-week turnaround time, and then now I'm at just over 8,000 rounds. Still, flat nose ammo does not, flat nose ammo is just not very compatible with this weapon system, and the angle of the feed ramp does not do very good with it. Flat nosed ammo. But if you run round nosed ammo, I have not had a single issue. My only complaint about this firearm, since I skipped it while we were talking about the slide, is this optic plate. The agency AOS optic plate, it kind of sucks. It always comes loose. I don't know why, it always comes loose. I used to use blue Loctite, and then around 500, 750 rounds, it would always come loose. I've now switched to red Loctite, and then at about 2,000, maybe a little over 2,000 rounds, it started coming loose. So it's been loose a couple times now. I put red Loctite again, probably 1,000 rounds ago, and it's holding up right now, but we'll see. Hopefully the red Loctite does okay. If you guys have any recommendations on how to keep this plate from coming loose, I would love to hear it. So this magwell is made by Dawson Precision. It's their Staccato Gen 2 magwell. It goes on pretty easy. You just kind of hook the front on first, and then I take a soft mallet and hit the back on till it goes in. So you can see 2011 and the staccato symbol. So Dawson Precision Staccato magwell. But I do not run the 17 round magazines too often because I don't really like how they look with that flush fit. I do prefer the look of them sticking out, especially with the magwell. I think it looks a lot cleaner. So go ahead and demo it. So that's how it looks flush fit. If you're somebody that likes it, then you're somebody that likes it like that. I'm not a huge fan. I personally prefer that sticking out look. I think that looks really good. And then we'll throw in a staccato 20 round mag. So yeah, that's the look that I prefer. So I typically do run either 20 round Prodigy mag, 20 round staccato mag, or 20 round Atlas mag. I don't have the Atlas mag on me. It's on my gun belt setup, which I left in the trunk. So typically I run 20 round mags. Either the Prodigy mags are fine, staccato mags work great, and then Atlas mags work great. I haven't had any issues with the Prodigy mag. I do know some people that have. Like I said, my friend has had issues with the 17 round, no issues with the 20 round. So take that for what you will. There you have it, guys. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys liked the shooting footage. Let me know what you guys want to see next, if there's any guns you want to see next, or maybe products, and we'll see what we can do about getting them on the channel. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe.